Hi, Mary G here from New York, and today's I'm pretty sure it's the day 12 of the 30-day video challenge with the Access group that's doing the 30-day video challenge. And I'd like to tell you a story of another amazing bar session that I did on a very young student at school who happened to be, had one bar session a while back, which literally changed her whole perspective of actually attending school in this season this year, because she was having very difficult time. She's in her junior year, not quite. She has one more year after this year, so it was getting more and more problematic, and she was having a very rough time in even going to school. So her mom literally had someone run the bars on her, who was a student of mine in one of the bars classes I had prior to meeting her now. And the interesting thing is that kick-started her into allowing herself to actually go to school, which was amazing for her mom. So her mom actually asked me if we could have a class at her center, and we actually did, and I taught her mom the bars as well, so she could work on her daughter, which was brilliant and smart, right? We always like to have classes so that people could do more bars on their loved ones and trade bars more often. It's economically more feasible, and it's available, and that's one of the things that is so wonderful about the bars classes, the ability to have the confidence and to understand a little bit more the foundation of access so that the bars even work better for people. So that was really sweet, and it got to the point where her daughter just really didn't want her to do the bars on her anymore. She had gone up and down, but she literally only had that one bar session, and it was very positive, which was really cool, as they all are, and that was huge for that time. I told the gal that I did those bars on her, who was my student. I hope she really appreciated and realizes what an amazing feat that is to have that as her testimony for doing bars on a young student that just totally turned around and was able to actually go to school without not going, crying, and being so depressed that she didn't want to have anything to do with anything with the school. And it got to be a real situation, and that got cleared, which is wonderful. But she still wasn't as happy, and her mom kind of did a trade with her on some of the things that she wished to do. And she said, okay, you agree to 6 sessions of bars, and she agreed to have some with me, which was really nice, because this woman knew that her daughter was not going to allow her to do all the sessions on her, and she felt she needed somebody else. So she called her teacher, and I agreed to do this for them, and we had the second session today, and the neat thing is, the biggest compliment anyone could give to any bars facilitator or bars practitioner is that they fall asleep, because then you know they're relaxed enough, they're comfortable with you enough, they know enough about it not to have their mind going, I wonder what they're doing, I wonder what they're doing, and just totally allow their body to do what their body needs to do. So that's the highest form of compliment that I ever can get, if somebody just starts snoring and they're out. So I really appreciate that. And she was the first 2 times. And I asked her this time, it was our second session, how'd the week go? And she said, good. How was your week at school? Good. How was your week at work? Good. And she was very pleasant and open for her next session. So that was all well and good. And I always ask her if she asked some of the questions during the week to help her out with some of the things that she's got going for her. And she did. And she, I don't pry. I just ask her a couple little things to allow her to open that space and see if she's, if she would like to share with me. And I tell her she could always call me or share with me anything that pops up anyway, good, not so comfortable, whatever. She's free to use me for that, because I'm the contact to at least give her the guidance that it's okay, everything's okay. So that was really nice. And at the end of the session, I asked her again. I said, so how did this week go in school? And she said, oh, it really went good. And I knew a couple things after that. So I just said, oh, how's your job? And she teaches young children how to swim, and she loves her job. So that was one of the places I just mentioned to her, when you're not feeling that great about things, go to that happy place because you love teaching the kids. You're in your joy there. Just think of that energy that you have there and bring that energy into anything you're not happy with presently, wherever you are. If you can remember to do that, that would be fun. Go to your joy place. It's one thing I always recommend people to do, because it's one thing that got me out of a lot of my hot spots, is just thinking, oh, going to go to the beach. And I physically did. I physically take my body to the beach, or go up a hill, or do something outdoors, move my body around. I know that works for me, so I do it. So I mentioned to people you could do it sitting down, just thinking of it. You don't have to go there, but just the energy, catch the energy of how fun that is for you, because you have such a love of it. It's an easy thing to do on that level. So I said, well, how is work going? And she said, this past week, and she said, it's good. Yeah, it was good. And then all of a sudden, and after the bar, she looked so much lighter, less heavy than she did when she walked in, although she's a beautiful young girl. And then all of a sudden she remembered that something did go on this week at work that was very happy for her. She said, oh, I forgot to tell you. And I go, what? I said, cool, tell me, share if you like. She said, well, they have this system of, you do certain things for the job. You're just teaching the kids and everything. And you, I guess the swim instructors, which is what she is, accumulate points, and it takes a certain amount of time, and they're all points that end up being, I wasn't clear about the system, but it would get you like a prize or some kind of fun thing to contribute to you, to say, hey, you met these requirements, you did this, and you rate this gift, whatever it is. And she said, they told me that I are getting a gift, and I won, quote unquote, the swimsuit. And she said, she was so surprised. She said, how is that possible? Because I wasn't here long enough and did the things to accumulate those points. And so she asked them, and then she told me that, she said, they told her, we're doing this because we like you. And I looked at her and I said, how awesome is that? She says, yeah, they said they liked me and they wanted to give that to me now. And she was so beaming and so happy. And I said, I hope you congratulate yourself big time, because that is huge. Getting something before even expected, because they liked her. And I said, they liked you, they appreciated you. Oh, I bet you're in such gratitude for that. And she says, yes, I was just so surprised and so happy. And I said, yeah, and you appreciate yourself, because that's huge. You apparently are someone that they see as contributing an awful lot, and acknowledge that for yourself, because that is who you be, and you're just amazing. So she was just beaming when she left. And it was just so sweet, because it was something that she didn't walk in and say, oh, she's a quiet type, and most people are. And I always tell people that they could share things or not. It doesn't matter to me, but if they feel comfortable enough, that's okay. Even if it's, a problem or not, whatever it is, to feel free that they can do that. And it was just so sweet to see as she settled into everything, and then how she remembered it, like, oh, I forgot to tell you, like it just popped in before we parted. And that made me feel just so awesome for her, because how does it get any better than this? This is a new thing that she's, been doing after school 2 days a week. She loves it, and it's a real big joy of the week, because she has this job and she's not happy in school. But we're looking to make those changes where she can appreciate and at least go through the school, because the options right now for her and her family are not as many choices as her mom knows there are, and she knows there are choices, but she's not the only decision maker in the home. So we're working with that. And like I said, well, just keep asking what else is possible here that we haven't yet considered, because who knows what will pop up in their, in their arena, so that they can have that choice. So, and that's all I keep telling the mom, just ask what else is possible here that we haven't yet considered. How does it get any better than this? And just see how the energy pulls on that. So I just wanted to share that. These bars are just so awesome. They're mind-blowing, and I just can't appreciate them enough to share and have to work with in this matrix of this 3D place, which is so awesome. It just has some of the things that are really limited and really closed down, and we're here to open it up. Yes, so we're all doing the best we can do that too, and that was just an awesome day. And I just wanted to share my day 12 of reporting what I did today. And that's basically what I did today. That session and a couple little other things prior to that. So have an awesome night. I got a call from another client while I was videotaping this first. So it got interrupted. So I redid it now, and because it didn't have an ending. So for what it's worth, bars rock, and I feel that they're the center of my universe right now as far as continual expansion and continual joy. And it's just something that suits me. I hope everyone's enjoying that too and gets a chance to share that with the world because they're awesome. So have a great night. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.